Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. It is me with this congestion and voice, which is not great today. I'm actually using a lozenge, and I recommend highly the Ricola lozenges. Nobody sponsoring, just Ricola has saved my bacon, let me tell you that. We're going to see how this goes today. I have not done anything substantial for a week and a half. I have had this head cold thing. It's taken me off the job for a while. It has been a pretty bad. Let me check all my levels. Looks like I got good hot microphone. By the way, on my microphone, do me a favor, folks. For those of you in chat, let me know if you hear any clipping. There was some clipping. I think I've got that adjusted out. I think it was way too high, so I think we're in really good shape there. And I believe it is on too. Yeah, yes, it is. Okay. So good to have you all here. By the way, you may have noticed in chat that we have two wrenches. So there's a whole story behind the wrenches, and you can watch last week's live stream if you want to know all there is to know about the wrenches. Thank you, Herb. Welcome, Herb. Glad you're here too. We'll hit the chat room here in just a minute, but Herb is telling me the sound is good. The wrench thing is, I asked Jamie if he would be a moderator for me last week, and I didn't know what a kerfuffle that would cause with my executive producer Mislav, who wanted a wrench, and I could not figure out how to give him a wrench. Well, Mislav, congratulations, you now have a wrench. You are officially a moderator for chat. So we have two chat moderators, and so I'm going to make this and extend this out as a feature to my Buy Me a Coffee supporters. If you are an executive producer at level, I'm now going to grant you a wrench and moderator access unless you abuse it later for some reason, and I'll remove it. But I think my executive producers are really great, and they deserve a little extra perk. So all my executive producers will get wrenches. So that'll be kind of a really neat signifier in chat that if you have a wrench, you are an executive producer and you support me at the Mega 65 level on Buy Me a Coffee. So I just think that's kind of cool. So let me know what you think about that. Mislav, how are you enjoying your newfound wrench status? So I think that's pretty cool. So no, I didn't know you. No, I know you were joking, but this is the fun of this live stream, right? We get to have some fun with some of the things that are said. So it's really kind of cool. With great power comes great responsibility, though, Mislav, as we can attest from Jamie last week, threatening to ban people and kick them off and all that. But I think it's going to be great. Neil, it says, I love this. Neil says, I can bring my own wrench. I have a load in my toolbox. There you go. Hold that in front of you while you watch the live stream, and you can pretend that you are a moderator too, Neil. Good to have you here. Thank you for that. Let's see who we have in chat right now before we dig into what we are going to cover today. Let me see, why aren't we scrolling? Let me click here. I got to make sure. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm active. We have in the chat room, of course, we have Mislav, who we've already talked about a little bit. We have Jason. Jason, are you still here? Jason is a VIC-20 user, probably looking forward to some more games, including a game today that we didn't get working last time that we will get working today, which is kind of cool. We have Dave here. Dave, welcome to you as well. Good to have you here. Jamie, of course, is here, as we've talked about. Herb jumped in on here, so Herb is with us, and of course Neil. So a lot of our regulars are in here, which is just perfect. I don't know that we have anybody new, and if somebody new does pop in, now that I have two moderators, they can kind of keep me on tabs here and welcome them while we're doing that. So that's great. Let's see what we have. We have a small group today. Not nearly as many as we had last time right now. We have about 7 of you join, so thank you for joining. That'll probably grow a little bit as we go. A lot of people, 8 likes now. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Mislav. That's perfect. That'll help get this out there and people will come in and join us. So love that. So what are we going to do today? Well, first of all, I'm going to drink a lot of water so that we get through this thing. And I do have to say that the lovely accountant and I will be grilling this afternoon, so she's expecting me to get done at a reasonable time, so that we can get up there and grill something. So I am going to do that. I also have, just so you know, I have this right here, I have my Kleenexes. And at any point where I feel like there's a coughing fit or a nasal fit, you're going to see this. Now, the great thing about that is whenever I hit that, that's going to mute my mic. So that is like my quick go-to button. So here's how that'll work. I may be talking all of a sudden and then I'm back. So then you'll know behind the scenes you've not had to hear me in a coughing fit or a sneezing fit or a blowing nose fit. So there we go. How about that? I've got you all taken care of. I took some time yesterday before the stream And speaking of streams, and I really had a good time working on, you can't see it right here, I can probably bring it over here into view, working on the Stream Deck. I added quite a few things. So for instance, before when I set this view, I would have to also turn on my picture-in-picture separately. Well, now I've got it all as a single thing. So when I go back to the camera, of course, I don't want a picture here, but when I go to a top down, I do want it on. So I've automated a lot of stuff, so hopefully things will go a little bit smoother, allow me to more focus on the content and less on trying to keep everything going. So I really think that's kind of cool. So we'll keep an eye on that. But really great. So what we're going to do today is, speaking of that top down, I have 3 things we're going to open up here, and I kind of changed it up. I've got 2 other things back here I'm going to save for the next live stream, which will be in a couple of weeks. But I decided on these 3 things today, and I'll tell you kind of why we're going to do that. Then the other thing we're going to do is going back to our games today. We've got a series of games that we're going to look at today, 4 of them. One of them from last week, or last live stream 2 weeks ago, that we didn't get to, Cheesy Trials. I finally have that working. And then we have a couple other games. One of them I have never played. Actually, I don't think, now that I think about it, I think there's only one of them that I have ever played, but one I had to even find some instruction manuals because I don't know that we would have gotten very far with that. So we'll get there. Let's see what we have here. I think Jamie's referring to my Stream Deck, pretty probably. Glad to hear about the grill. I have to be in Austin, Texas at 3:30 your time. What? I have to, Mislav is going to be in Austin, Texas at 3:30. Explain that. What are you doing in Austin, Texas? Is that another live stream you're going to be attending? What's going on there, Mislav? Wait, sorry, Miami, Florida. Now I'm really confused. Where are you going to be, Mislav, at 3:30? We'll get you out of here by 3:30, though. That should not be a problem. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and do, like I always like to do, a little unboxing before we get going. By the way, if you are watching and you are not in chat, that's where the fun is happening. So make sure you pop into chat, join us, let us know you're here. I do see some lurkers, which is fine. We got a couple lurkers. We're starting our viewership starting to go up as it tends to do as we're online a little bit. So if you're lurking out there, pop in and say hello. We'd love to know that you are here. Let's dig into, and hopefully I'll have a little energy. I'm feeling a little bit better, but those of you that have heard me regularly know this is not normally my voice. All right, here's what we're going to do today. We are going to start with, first of all, this little bag right here. Jamie will know this bag. Unfortunately, last week, I got this. It was really bad last weekend, and Indie Fest was going on in Indianapolis, and it was my first time to go to a local retro computing kind of show. And I had to send poor Jamie a DM that morning on Twitter and say, oh man, I just don't think I'm going to make it. So I said, I hope that you're going to go, but Jamie did get a chance to go. And then Jim, who was there, had said he was disappointed I wasn't coming because he had a gift for me. And it turns out, since Jamie was there, I asked him if he would stop and pick that up from Jim. So it's a whole thing. But thank you, first of all, Jamie, for doing that for me. I really appreciate it. And it is good that you had an opportunity to do that for me. So this is what we have. This came from Jim. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's inside. I kind of know what it is, but I just thought it'd be fun for us to do this together. This is for... I like that he actually put it in this nice little mailer too. He was going to mail it to me, and then when I heard Jamie's going, I thought, well, let's save somebody some money. I guess I feel like I should pay Jamie some gas money for this, but this is really slick. This is for the Mega 65. It is additional 2 joystick ports that you can plug into the back of the Mega 65, and we can play 4-player Mega 65 games, which I'll be honest, I didn't know that there was a ton of 4-player Mega 65 games. So that is a possibility now. And then I see that Jamie snuck in one of his stickers. Thank you for that, Jamie. That's pretty cool. How about that? So thanks, Jamie, for the super sticker there. That I didn't even know that was in there. You did sneak that one in there. I like that. Thank you very much. And then this is a diskette label, because inside is a diskette full of games, 4-player games for the Mega 65 that you can play. And he's even got the information here. And so if you want to create another disc, I can do that and roll that over. Remember the old days where we'd put those labels on? And I have that, which is really cool. And then, as Jim really does well, he always provides these great little manuals. And this one is Introduction. This 4-player joystick interface for the Mega 65 emulates the typical 4-player joystick user port interface for the Commodore 64. Since the Mega 65 does not yet have a user port, this module plugs into the expansion cartridge port of the Mega 65 and requires a software poke that remaps the user port lines to the expansion cartridge. So that's really pretty slick. So what I'm going to do is, this will be one of the focuses of my next live stream. So if you are excited about 4-player games on the Mega 65, you are definitely going to want to come back and check this out. So we will do this at our next live stream. Jim was kind enough to say, hey, before you do a live stream, reach out to me. He's got some additional tips, so I am going to do that with him. And really thank you. I need to put my Jamie's Hack Shack back here, man. I'm going to put that right there for now. I'll find a place of honor for that, but we need to make sure that Jamie's logo's in scene here. So thank you for that, Jamie. Really appreciate it. And let me put this back in our little bag here. So let's see, any multi-tap for the Mega 65? Yes. It is absolutely that. So let's get caught up on chat for a little bit, see what's going on. Not a whole lot. Let's see. Jamie was super nice. Oh, Jim's here. Hey, Jim, I didn't know you popped in. Thanks so much for popping in. Jim, again, I'll be reaching out to you to find out some of those tips and tricks. Looking forward to giving that a shot. Let me set that back here. And I have, it's interesting, what the timing on all this is very interesting, because I'm actually working on, as you're going to see here in a minute, some joystick. I created, if you look at my Twitter and you look in my community area of my YouTube, you'll see I was working on a joystick tester for the Mega 65 while I had all this, and actually got it working. So you'll see that in an upcoming video that we'll talk about in a little bit. So Jim, great to have you. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for having that. Sorry I missed the show. I haven't seen a lot of, Jim, or Jamie, since you have access, is there a video from the show that we can all look at maybe and see how the show went? Oh, Mislav, thank you so much. Mislav is coming in with a super chat. Thank you, Mislav, for the super chat and your retro style controller choice. So thank you so much for that, Mislav. Really appreciate you continuing to support the channel the way that you do. Much appreciated, my friend. Let's see. Let's go back to getting caught here. See who popped in here. F1 Grand Prix. Oh yeah, okay. Saw where NASCAR is going to be ripping around the streets of Chicago. That almost catches my interest enough to look into it. That could be interesting. Martin is here. Hey Martin, good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Glad to have you. Neil is welcoming you there. Good to have that. Mislav also sending a welcome. So you're getting the standard greeting that happens when you come in and join chat. So thanks for that. And Jamie said Jim was super nice. So Jim and Jamie had a chance to get to know each other and spend time together while they were picking up stuff for sick old me, which is pretty cool. Let's see, fantastical, cool. Anything for Mega 65, you are there. Good, we'll come back and do that. And also be on the lookout for a fun video, I think, coming up for the Mega 65. Also, Jason, if you've not seen Gürçe's and my introduction to the Mega 65 video, be sure and check that out. I'm pretty proud of that. That was a lot of fun. It's really a rapid pace thing, but it's a lot of fun. Jim says there's no formal talks, just hanging out, fun, so no official videos. Well, if I'd been there, we'd have had official video. Dag nabbit. Lots of personal photos. Good. Look forward to seeing those. I know that's the first, so hopefully there'll be others, right? All right, let's go into our next one, which I'm really excited about here. We're going to take a break for the Mega 65, but we are going to come back to it in our next one, so hang on. This is something I have been looking forward to. This is an eBay purchase. And again, thanks to Mislav for his super chat, and all my supporters. Every once in a while I find something on eBay that I want to grab, and I use your money to do that so I can bring it to you. So again, I want to thank you for that super chat today, Mislav, and supporting those efforts so I can bring more good stuff to you. This is, I think, pretty cool. We'll see if it's cool. You never know what you're going to get from eBay. Seller did have some pretty good reviews, and I will tell you that this is one of a couple of items, and I'll talk about that here in just for packing. Let me say that. Check this out. It is the model 1312 paddle controllers. As you all know, I have been on the search for Commodore branded controllers. So I've got most of the joysticks. I don't think I have the, where do I have, I don't have them handy. I do not have them handy right now, but you're going to eventually, I've got one back here. I don't think you can see one of the controllers here. And then you can see back here, there is a joystick back here too. So I've got the original Commodore joystick, which, you know, my logo is based on, but I've been after paddles now. So I'm trying to get all my paddles. So this is in pretty good shape for a box that's been around for a while. Let's see, let's go ahead and open this up and see what we have here. So this is the model 1312s, and these are the ones that I think they are. Yeah, these are going to need a little cleanup too, but these are the original VIC color paddle controllers. They feel like they're in really good shape. They're a little dirty. I think I'll clean them up, but other than that, they seem to be in really good shape. Now, Jim, what we need to know is, can we use these on the Mega 65 for any of those 4-player games? Now, that would be cool if we could come up with some 4-player games with paddle controllers. That would be fun, but I do not know. So that was an eBay purchase, and most of the eBay purchases I make, just a little tip for all of you, give that make an offer a try. That's all I'm going to say. I've gotten some really good deals using that. This was one of those. I was able to snag these for about $10 less than what they were actually offering or asking for them, just by a simple, hey, good to meet you, I'm thinking about these. I told them I didn't really care if they worked or not, so I didn't letting them know my expectations, and we were able to agree $10 less than what his original asking price was. So make sure you use that make an offer, and if you're just polite to people and tell them, usually they're willing to do it. So pretty cool. So those are the paddle controllers. So as I'm working on a video about controllers for the Commodore, I think I'm going to integrate some paddle stuff in there too. So let's see if I can get these back in here. I'm really glad I got the box with this too. I love this box. Like I said, is really in pretty good shape when you consider the age of these things. Not bad, huh? Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to put these back here. So hang on. Just to show you, here you go. I've got these, and then this is the other one, getting you up to date here. I have that one too. So I'm getting a really good collection, folks. So eventually, again, I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing with all those, but let's get those up here. Perfect. All right. I don't have boxes for all of them. That's the negative, but really, like I said, getting a good collection. Let's do one more box here. Let's see, let's check in chat here, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, it was good to see his face. So you put a face to a name, that's always great. It's perfect. Jason says, yes, I still have my VIC-20 paddles. Only problem is the cable is not in the best shape. These are in really good shape. That is, yeah, it was a nice purchase. I got lucky on that one, because you never know, right? If you don't ask, you don't know. That's exactly right. You have to ask. Jim says the first 2 joystick ports support 4 paddles, 2 paddles per port. So yeah, because there's 2 paddles, but there's just 1 plug. So I don't think there are any, at least Jim, I'm pretty sure there aren't any Mega 65 specific games, but sure we can use C64 mode, or I need to try out, there's a new or upgraded C64 core for the Mega 65. I really want to try that out. That looks like it's really coming along nicely. And what I think we're finding is the Mega 65 with that new C64 core is just going to be a great modern C64 replacement too. It's really looking good. And then Mislav agrees. You don't know until you ask, right? So here we go. Here's the last box before we play some games. Now this one has been all the rage online. This is a Kickstarter project. Some of you are probably already looking at it going, I think I know what that is. This is, well, of course you do. It says right there, look at that. If you can read that in really tiny print. It is the Tank Mouse. We are here with Tank Mouse. So let me, this was a Kickstarter project. And this was a Kickstarter project to replace the 1351, a modern replacement for the 1351 mouse for the Amiga and the Commodore. Geosh used it. So I'm excited about this. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Hopefully you didn't hear that. I think the microphone turned off when I did that. All right, let's go back here. And the tank mouse was a Kickstarter project, and let's check it out. We're opening it together for the first time. Let's see what we have in here. All right. Oh, I did not realize we were going to get a really, thank you, Mislav. Bless me too, for sure. This is kind of nice. Check this out. We get this little box here. We get this adapter, which is a lot like the Mouster, is my understanding. And then we have, this is actually not a bad little, bad little package. Let me go ahead and throw this over here, get it out of the way for us. All right. And this is the, like I said, this is the adapter right here, tank mouse, USB to DB9 connector. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. Hey, I'm really digging this overhead camera, folks. Thank you all for helping me get the overhead camera. That is really nice. Here is the tank mouse information right there. You can see that. It tells us how it works. And then here is the tank mouse itself. Nice little box. Again, this was a Kickstarter, 10 meter range, 2.4 gigahertz, plug and play, touch surface. So I think natively this is a USB mouse, and then they include this so that you can use it on your retro computing devices, such as your Commodore computers, probably your Atari. It would probably work for that. Here you go, right here. And this looks to be, yeah, this looks like this is 3D printed, this little enclosure. And then you can see the electronics in here. And then there is the 9-pin DIN right there. See that? There you go. There's a better view right there. So let me put that back in here. And let's open up the tank mouse and see what we think. Now, I unfortunately do not have a 1351. I guess that's the other Commodore controller I'm going to need to go after, but they are so hard to find and they're so expensive. By the way, if anybody out there knows of one that I can get a hold of, let me know. I would love to try and grab one, because I'm going to need one for the video, or I'm just going to have to do some B-roll stuff, I guess, because I won't get one. I don't really think I want to use this. So I did get this. You could get it in black or beige. Hey, let's see if this is good enough that I could substitute it for, oh wow, this does look really nice. Of course, it's not going to have the ball in it. Here you go. Check that out, guys. That is really kind of nice. Look at this. It's got the original look and feel. Buttons are close. You can hear that. So that's not bad. And it is wireless, so you don't have a cord, which is kind of nice. I assume that the little dongle is probably in here. Let's see. Yep, right there. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. The dongle is right there. It's got a nice little place for it right there. That's pretty cool. Batteries will go here, so I'll have to put some batteries in it. It's just a little lighter. I might go ahead, because it just feels like it needs a little more heft to it. I might go ahead and add a little lead anchor in there, which would give it just a little more heft, which would make it a little more realistic. But man, that is not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. So what we will do is, since next week, or next live stream, won't be next week, it'll probably be 2 weeks, but the next live stream, what we'll do is we'll focus on the Mega 65. We will also plug this into the Mega 65, see if we can get it working, and maybe I'll fire up the latest edition of GEOS. As a matter of fact, let me write that down. I think that would be fun for us to look at the Mega 65 version of GEOS. So let me make a note here for next time. Mega 65 GEOS with tank mouse. That could be cool. All right. So again, I got my pen and paper here, so I remember these things. That if you think that might be fun, let me know. But I'm kind of thinking we'll do a real Mega 65 focus live stream, which will probably get a lot more folks here, because we'll probably get a lot of folks from the 65 community will join us and want to see what's going on. All right. So there is the tank mouse. How about that? Are you guys ready to get into some games here? Let me go ahead and close this up here. Oh, that didn't fit in there. I was trying to put my adapter in there. So let me go ahead and close the box up here. Wireless optical mouse inspired by the famous Commodore Amiga 1352. However, under the classic look of the modern technology is hidden. This modernized version received a touch panel. Interesting. That must be for the scrolling. I think you can scroll, push in the middle and get that. So we'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll connect it even to my Mac over here next time too. So tank mouse operates Bluetooth. Oh, Bluetooth or 2.4. Hey, that's pretty slick, because I can connect this to the Mac over here, and we can try it there. So let me write that down. We're going to try the tank mouse on both the Mac and the Mega 65 during the next live stream. How about that? And test with Mac. There we go. So, and see here, got my note here. And test with Mac. All right. And we'll say using Bluetooth. Pretty cool. All right, so there we go. We're building our agenda for our next live stream, and you are helping me do that. Let me put this back over here. Put that back here. So we'll save those for next time. All right, let's go ahead and check on chat and see how things are going. I want to be, yes, Warlords with paddles would be awesome. Warlords just seems like a game that needs to be remade for the Mega 65 too. Jim says, I don't have any native Mega 65 paddle games, but someone should get working on it. I agree. Again, thank you. That looks cool. It is. It's really nice. I appreciate that. Now this one was a personal purchase for sure. I purchased this on Kickstarter, I think way before I was doing live streams and stuff. So this has been a while. Yeah, the tank, I don't know if you can get them anymore, Jim. That's the problem. I don't know if he's planning on selling them as a product or if this was a first run and done. But I'm glad I picked one up, and a lot of people picked up 2 of them. Again, there was one in black, but I just wanted the traditional color. I think that's going to be really cool. So I'm interested to really try this out, especially like that. You can plug in the, like in the Mega 65, plug in the 2.4 adapter and then use it wirelessly with the Mega. So that's going to be really nice. I don't have all those extra cords running around. So that's going to be good. Let's see. Instead, maybe use depleted uranium. Oh, that's a good idea. It doesn't taste good. Both are poisonous. Yes, exactly. But fun. All right. Let's do this. Now, what I need to do is I need to connect my the VIC-20. So let me start some music. There we go. See, I can do that now. I can just press a button and music turns back on, which is kind of cool. I'm working on that, trying to get some fade. And I'm going to go in here and let me go ahead and let's hook up the VIC-20, and then that will take about a second, and then we'll play some games. So I'll be back with you in just a second as we hook this up. Get in chat around. Kind of noisy here. All right, let me move some stuff out of the way because we're going to need to. All right, let's see. Put my pad over there so I can check chat. All right. Looks like we've got, I'm kind of looking at the numbers here. Looks like we have about 10 folks right now. 13 likes. Hey, thank you all for popping in and liking, because that's going to help. And again, Mislav, thank you for the super chat. I'm checking that out, and I can see that too in my stats. So that's really nice that you've done that. So again, just there you go. Thank you, sir. And let's go ahead and let's dig in. So here's what we're going to do on this. Let's go ahead and turn it on. As a reminder, how this works is, this is the VIC-20. It is just the VIC-20 version of the C64 Maxi. Full keyboards, everything. It's really great. I love it. And I chose to play these games on here because they just load like that. It's easy. And you put all of your games on a USB stick right here. And then I actually got a new one for today and put just the things on it that we're going to play today. Got these 32 gigabyte USB drives. I think I got 3 of them for like $9. They were really cheap. I think it was maybe less than that at Best Buy. They just happened to have them. I thought I'm gonna start putting all like the VIC-20 games on one, 64 games on another, and then because I have an Amiga the A500, I'll use another one for that. So I've got 3 of them. Put a label on there. So what you do is you just stick that in the back here. Now, if you remember, we tried to play Cheesy Trials last time, and I had some issues because I did not tag them right. So with the VIC-20, what you can do is you can add certain file tags on the end of file names, and it'll tell you that you have like memory expansion, whether it's NTSC, what joystick port. I've got all of that fixed for all of these. If you're curious about that, I can always pop into the Mac side and you can take a look at it. But let's dive into the games, okay? So let's go ahead and let's turn this on. Let's go ahead and go to our retro view. All right, there we go. And again, loving what I've done with Stream Deck. The picture-in-picture is just automatic now whenever I go to this view. It looks like it's off a little. It looks like this isn't square. It used to be, see, there's something else I'm going to have to fix because that was more square. Let me see if I can, cheese time. We're going to get there, Mislav. We're going to do Cheesy Trials last. Let me do one thing, though. I want to fix this a little bit here. Hold on just a second. That's my right here. Okay, and headshot. Okay, mask here. I think this is, let's see if this is it. I'm going to see if I can do an on the air change. I don't know if I can do this or not. Oh, there we go. You can see that little left side moving there. I don't know why this changes. The ATEM Mini drives me nuts. It will, for whatever reason, I think this is going to end up being 5 if I remember. Let me just try it. The ATEM, yeah, it is 5. Okay. The ATEM Mini, for whatever reason, it seems like it doesn't hold the settings every time. See, that's what it should be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to auto save my startup state so we have that. So at least it's a quick fix. Okay. So now it doesn't take up all the screen. Now, the first game, although Mislav is really interested in Cheesy Trials, that's not where we're going to go first. Let me show you what we have here. I'm going to hit my little, let me show you how this works. So you have the controller here and these buttons down here give me access to the areas down at the bottom. We're going to go to Media Access and right there. And you see today we're going to have Cheesy Trials, we have Jetpac, we have Skyhawk. This is just a blank disk, so if you wanted to program on the VIC-20, you have a blank disk already in there. Really kind of nice the way they do that. And that is this is Ultima. This is the one that's going to cause us a little angst, I think. We're going to do Jetpac first, Skyhawk, Ultima, and then come up to Cheesy Trials. That's where we're headed today. All right, we ready to do this? Neil wants to know if Andy H is here. Andy H, are you supposed to be here? So if you are online and not in chat, Neil's looking for you. So there you go. It's like, see, we even call out to people that aren't even in chat. We're calling people out. Thank you, Neil, for that. Let me go here. All right. Oh, we picked up a couple of viewers. Let's keep people interested. Let's go into Jetpac. I have no earthly idea how to play Jetpac. Skyhawk, all I did was make sure they worked. I did not play them. This is going to be a disaster right here, but I think I've got something to help us. And then Cheesy Trials, I'm just looking forward to. We're saving that for last. Let's see, how are we doing? Let me go ahead and to load that, I'm going to hit this right here. Boom, speed load to Jetpac. Here we go. Oh, he's the guy that made Cheesy Trials. That's right. Thank you, Neil. You're right. I'd forgotten that he was that guy, so thank you for that. Okay, so here is our main screen for Jetpac, and we have one player game. We are definitely not using the keyboard. I'm going to, hold on a second, I need to, now I may just have messed this up. I'm unplugging my joystick and plugging it in on the side. Hopefully it'll recognize I did that. We don't have to reboot. Let's see if, let's go joystick F7. There we go. Again, that's what I really love about the VIC-20. I actually have these. If you have like a C64 Mini, you have to use a little menu. This is real. I really like this device. I guess you all probably know that by now. All right, so to suppress the game, it looks like start game with the space. All right, let's see what Jetpac is. Let's see. Whew, here we go. Okay. Oh, shoot. Well, that did not last long at all. Oh, wow. And I think now that I see this, this is a hard game, folks. Let me just talk about it first before I play. What you have to do is you have to kick. I remember this game now. What you have to do is assemble the rocket. So you've got to go up, kick off the level, send it down, and then do the top one and send that down. So that's what we're trying to do. Let's see if we can at least do something here without dying. Was I on like a hard level or something? Because I am, maybe I need to check difficulty. And I'm not doing really well. Let's see. There. Okay, I need to shoot as I'm going, so we're going to get there. And maybe, let's just go with I'm not feeling well today, okay? And this is not going to be my best effort. Oh my goodness, that was hard. Have you guys played this game? Let's see, there is not even any way to slow this down. This is, wow. I'm going to get something. Let's keep working on this and see what we can do today. Oh, just disaster. I will say this. Okay, so see, I got that. Now I've got it. Hopefully, I've only got one guy left here. Oh, so it is a screener that you can go over to the screen on the other side. Oh, I almost had it. Did you see it? So I was that close to getting that dropped on top. Dagnabbit. This is a hard game, but I will say this, it is kind of fun. So let me know, have any of you tried Jetpac on the VIC-20 period? This is really pretty good. Let's go ahead and give it another shot and see if we can, now that I'm kind of getting the hang of it. So, just shoot. Really, it's all about shooting. Okay, then I gotta get some fuel, it looks like. Oh! There's a diamond. Let's get that fuel up there. Oh my goodness, come on. Last try. Looks like you have to have a certain amount of fuel. Oh. So I'm not sure how, best tip I can give is avoid the enemies over all else. I know, but those enemies are something, man. I tell you what. Mislav, Tank Mouse is now available. Oh, you can actually get it. Now see, we've given Mislav the wrench so he can share things like links. Results for Tank Mouse. Does look like there is a Tank Mouse available. I just pulled it up, Mislav, right here. Looks like it is available for 50 euros, 40 euros with beige. If you want the adapter, it's for that. So that's really kind of interesting. And then replacement buttons are available. So that is interesting. Is that the same? Yeah, it looks like the same one, doesn't it? Let's click on that and see what we have here. Wow, check it out. Yeah, it looks like exactly the same one. So if you want to get your tank, now I did not spend that much money on it, so that's good. With the Kickstarter, we helped kind of get that going. So it looks like some of those are available. So great, Mislav, thank you so much for sharing that. Excellent use of your wrench, fine sir. Excellent use of your wrench. Nicely done. So that is awesome. Okay, so let me go back. I think that's all I'm going to get out of this game. I tell you what, I'm going to play Jetpac some more. See if not now, but I'm going to see if I can play more. Kind of looking at my time here. Actually, we're doing pretty good on time. So let me try one more since I've got a little bit of time. Let's try one more here. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling like I might be able, like I know maybe what I'm doing. Not really. But we will give this a shot and see. Let me go ahead. Oh, I need to close this window over here. Hold on just a second. Let me make sure I close the right one. Right here. There we go. All right, good. And then I come back over here, and there we go. Got to get my chat back up, and think I'm in good shape. And oh, that's what happened. So when I did that, I lost the link overwrote my studio control. So hang on just a second, folks. Let me pop back in here so I can see what's going on in the studio, so I can keep an eye on all of you. Perfect. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so now we are back right here. Let's see. Looks like, hey, Cutie Honey is here. Cutie Honey, good to have you here. Let me go ahead and say, looks like Cutie Honey ordered a Tank Mouse. Well, there you go. Neil says 74, or Cutie Honey says $74 USD. So, wow, that's pretty pricey. Wonders if there are any mouse programs for the VIC. I know. Now, if you had the 1350 mouse, it would simulate joystick movement, but I don't think there were any games. So help us out in chat if you know if there was, let us know. Let's do one more try of this while you guys are researching and looking up whether there is any kind of mouse software for the VIC-20. That'd be kind of interesting to see, wouldn't it? All right, here we go. Let me see if I can. Why do I just feel like I am not going? Oh, see, this is horrendous, guys. Oh. See, I shouldn't have taken a break. I think it's worse because I took a break. I need to just shoot. Okay, this is not going well. But I'm really kind of digging this though. Come on. I'm going to keep playing. Okay, that's it for this game. I am going to keep playing it though, because I think there is something here. I think this is really a fun game. It is action packed. I think it's pretty impressive for a VIC-20. This does require, if I remember, well, we can find out. I believe this required, yeah, 8K. So you can see we're playing the PAL version, and it's 8K. So that is Jetpac. Let's try Skyhawk, which requires 16K and is a PAL game. So here we go. We're going to fire that up. Oop, turned the wrong one off. There we go. Oop, there we go. This is Skyhawk. Looks a little bit like a river raid kind of thing going on. It says press fire to start. Let's just Skyhawk and dive it. Oh, that looks like that's me. Looks like we're getting some fuel here. Okay. Oh, holy moly. Looks like we have a little radar, defender style radar down at the bottom. So if I need fuel, looks like I land on one of those. Can I go faster? Ooh, I can't go faster. I can slow down. So to go the other side, it's kind of like a 2-button. Ooh. I don't necessarily know that I like that control. Let's see if we can get us. This is fun though. Oh, goodness gracious! You see that? Flybys are fast. Let's slow it down here. Let's go catch up with them. I'm looking at my radar. There we go. Oh. It seems like they just kind of disappear. I mean, he was there and then he was, did you guys see that? He was kind of there and then he was just gone. All right, let's go. Oh, I'm getting low on fuel. We're going to need some fuel. And I die as I get fuel, of course. Man, that was bad. Let's fuel up here. I like this. This is actually a really good game. But I'm horrible at it, evidently. I like the effects are really good though. I mean, that's really unlike just exploding. There's like this little. Well, I guess I should fuel up. There we go. Holy cow! All right. I don't think I've killed anything yet, have I? Has it been that bad? I mean, I don't think I have hit anything. Looks like Jim says it looks like Falcon control. I have some problems here. Let me redo my chat here, my window, because I am missing some of your chat. Let's see. Here we go. Jim says this looks like Falcon Patrol. It does. It is impressive on the VIC-20. I agree. It is looking pretty good. Probably the best defender style in VIC until Pulse came along. Ooh, Pulse. Neil, you've piqued my curiosity. Pulse, huh? May have to check that out. Okay, let's do one more here. I need to kill something. I need to get some points. I have not scored anything. And there we go. Now oh, well, I took out one with a missile and one with myself, so that's at least something, right? Oh wow. Again, I'm going to use my cold as an excuse for why I'm not doing so well. I know it's not a good excuse. I get it. It is just, I think, just takes a little bit of time to figure out what we're doing here too. So you can see I'm getting a little bit closer down there at the bottom on our little radar, and this guy's up top. Come on, come on. Oh, no, that's not fair when you can just fly out of the, I mean, he gets to go up out of the way. I'm a little, this game logic does not seem fair, folks. Let's go get these guys. This is another one though. I think this is a gem for the VIC-20. I mean, this is really good. There we go. I think this is, speed up here. This is pretty impressive. There's a lot of flight time in between encounters. I don't know that that's a bad thing. I think it kind of adds to the kind of the mystery of the game. When are they going to show up? Because, oh gosh, like right there, they just kind of, there we go. Now we're getting there. Looks like I need some fuel too. So let's go ahead and see if they bomb me while I'm getting fuel. So I think last time I should have looked at my radar before I got fuel, because here they come. Yep, see them? Oh, they got me. Oh man, that was pretty good though. War is not fair. You are right. There we go. No. There we, what just, oh, I see what happened. So there's a flaw in my logic. Okay, so anyway, back to you all. I'll cut that at some point. So yes, Mislav has his order in for a tank mouse. It's actually good because you didn't miss much. So I understand the sign language. You can't understand. This all means stuff. Okay, muted. Yeah, I know. I'm back. It's a bit like watching Jim Carrey. Okay. Well, I didn't even record this, but I will. I may go back into and I don't know. I'll probably leave it. I'll just put a little thing in there. Audio muted. So how about that? You can hear that. I see what I did is I was setting up my controller to automate some things. Looks like one of the things I did. Let me try it here. Yeah, it worked that time, but let me try something else. So what happened is for my retro button, when I go to my camera, I have it automatically turn my mic on, but for retro, I haven't turned it back on. I think for top down I have though. Let me check. I'm just checking again. Okay, so I did not do that. So the only one that turns my audio back on is if I go back to this. So I've got to make sure and go back in on my Stream Deck and put a audio on for any other camera that I happen to do to make sure audio's on. So good. So you all help me troubleshoot. Thank you for that. That's awesome. So we are in good shape there. And let's see. Fabio says, welcome back, fellow Commodores. Yeah, there you go. Good to have you back too. So here we go. All right. So we've gone through a couple of games. Now this next one is, how are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing okay. This next one is really going to be interesting. Let's go back to my retro. I'll try and keep an eye. I've got to remember now. I've got a note to set. Let me just make a note before I forget it. Fix audio for input channel. So I've got to do that. Fix mic on for other video channels. This is how I remember things, folks. If I don't write it down, it does not get remembered. That's the retro brain right there. All right, so I have that. So perfect. All right, and let's see. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is look at, and this one, I know Mislav is so excited about Cheesy Trials, but we've got one more. This one is really an interesting game. This title, I did some research on this, and I want to share this with you. Let me go back over here. This is really kind of interesting. Let me go back to my Mac. And let me blow this up just a little bit for you. I found this information. I was really curious about Ultima and this game, and there's evidently, this is like E.T. This is one of these games that they threw in a landfill at some point. It's not because it was bad, just because it's the game that they almost didn't want to exist. The person who wrote the game, they did a very limited number. There are rumors that Sierra put the Ultima title on it and he didn't want it. It was coming at the tail end of the VIC-20 in '83, so they even at one point thought that they weren't even going to release it because it was dead, and why would you spend that money? So there's really an interesting story around it. But the other thing is, because this is Ultima and it's an RPG, and I am not a great RPG, I didn't know what the controls were. So what I did is I pulled up this page, and we have to have our manual. Now the thing is, I probably should have printed these because we are not going to remember these. So we're probably going to pop in, take a look around, see how it works. But it's got some really interesting controls. So B for blast, hit S on your keyboard to sleep, T to teleport. That's page 1. And then there is another set of instructions. It's probably the most important, which is this one right here. It does look like a lot of fun and pretty complicated for a VIC-20 game, which I think is pretty cool. It says you need 8K memory expansion, so I've done that again with the file flags. And the cursor keys are really interesting in that you control, I just went to the wrong side here. There we go, let's do one more. And you look at your cursor, it works. It uses 2 cursor keys, but you use one cursor key to kind of move around one way, one to move the other way, and then you hit return to go forward. So it's going to be a little awkward for us. X to turn and go in the opposite direction. B to blast a new hallway if desired. Only 3 per game. This is interesting. T to teleport. S to put monsters to sleep for 3 moves. So again, that RGP style gaming. And then your fighting keys are Z, C, and X. So they're down here. You know, they're kind of right here. I mean, all the keys are kind of there for you. and then you play this RPG on a VIC-20. So for me, this seems really impressive. Let's see if it lives up to kind of the hype, so to speak. So let me go back to our retro here, and we are going to load Ultima right here. Let me go ahead and load this up, and we will see what we get. Ultima: Escape from Mount Drash by Keith, and I missed the last name. Good sound. Kind of like the music. Let's see. What I wanted to know is if Cheesy is more like Radar Rat Race or Mousetrap. We're going to find out. Okay, so here is here's Ultima. Now again, oh, the other thing that I read about this is one of the first games to use 4 separate SID audio tracks for the background music, and so that's pretty impressive. The other thing I learned is there are no custom graphics. Everything is using Petsky, so you're going to notice that pretty quickly. So the way this works, if I remember again, I just read the instructions, so I'm not sure I know. We're going to use the cursor keys, and then enter will move us forward. So if I go back to my retro, if I want to go forward right now, I hit enter, and you see we move forward. So there's that. Let's go ahead and go forward again, and you can see us on the right here. I wish I could actually point to right there. You can, well, right there, you can see our map. So then to spin around, and I wish it showed me which direction. There we go. I can now hit enter, and I can go forward, and it looks like we've got something tracking us. You see that? That's not good. And then I can spin back around here. And I'm not sure if my goal is to try and get out of here, but we're going to see if that's it. All right, so we entered level 2. So at least I know what I'm doing. Now, I should have tried to attack the monster, I think. So I think I can sleep the monster. Let's try. Oh, there he is. Let's you know what? This is really good, guys. You think about what's going on here. There's a lot of refresh. You've got a little 3D graphic window for its time. This is really something. You have not heard a thing again. I am so. This is just really starting to get annoying. So I have got to fix that because I did the same thing. I had to cough, I bug zapped, I went back and I did that again. So basically what I said in a nutshell, all of that was, I don't know if you saw it. Did you get a chance to see the break a wall? That was kind of cool. You saw it kind of shake there a little bit. And then the other thing was I was saying how I think impressive this game is. Yeah, I know, no mic, sir. Yep. Great sounding VIC game. Yeah, that's all you got, wasn't it? So I will work on my control. So that's what happens when you tweak. So apologies for that. No audio again, but it's good now. I can see it. So tell me what you thought about Ultima. I am going to just now jump into Cheesy Trials, and we're going to finish out this live stream because I'm making a lot of errors because I can tell I'm just not 100% today. So anyway, that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and again, put your thoughts about Ultima down here. Let me know what you think. And then I am going to, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and bring up another final game of Cheesy Trials. Now in here, I go into Cheesy Trials, and there's actually 2 files in here. You can't see it here, but there is a separate file that has all the flags on it. So what happened last time for Cheesy Trials is I tried to load the .c64 version of the game, and I heard from the developer who said there is an issue with the .d64 version of the game. Use the .prg with the .cfm file, which includes all the tags. And as soon as I got rid of that disk image and used the PRG file, everything was perfect. And it fired up immediately, and I stopped right there and said, whoop, don't want to play, but I'm glad it's working. So hopefully it'll still be working. Let's go back into here. Let me make sure my mic's on so you can hear all the great, at least you had the audio from the game, right? At least there was that going on. Looks like a pretty nice game. That was neat effect for the wall break. It was kind of shaking the whole screen. I kind of like that. I think I want to play that more. I think there's some stuff there. I think that is really a good looking game. I think they said they only released like 7,000 copies. Copies for it online go for thousands of dollars if you can find a box. So is there a link you can share for Ultima? I can. Hold on, Neil. Let me just share the page that I just had right here. I can do that. Let me grab that. This is the page I'm working from here. Now this does not have where you can download it. This is the instructions. This is the site for the instructions that I found. But there are versions of it online that you can find and grab. So hopefully that's helpful for you. All right, let's go ahead and do our last game of the day and start to wrap us up because I don't know if I'm going to last much longer, but let me take a drink here while we get here. I haven't needed a Ricola yet, Ricola, but I thought I was going to need it. All right, so let's load up here. All right, Cheesy Trials. Now this I believe created with Turbo Rascal. Wow, that's pretty cool. And so one of the things I noticed when I was testing it that I looked at, the graphics in this are fabulous. I mean, look at this. This is a 2020 game, so this is really somebody really knowing how to get the most out of a VIC-20 for sure. And it is very impressive. And I think it has really good sound too, if I remember. So to get started, let me go ahead and hit my button here. And let's check out Cheesy Trials. Okay, so what I believe I have to do, excuse me, I decided not to mute, apologies. I'm going to go from, gotta get the mouse up to the top there and into the hole. Yeah, I know that would have blown our minds away back in the day. So, and I assume this is just a jump. There we go. And then I go in here and go this way and I'm in. So that is level 1. So you get a little bit of time to look. Or I just did something. I don't know what I was doing. What was I supposed to do there? Press fire. Okay. So I did not do something right. So let's go here. And then I got to get the cheese. And get this cheese. Oh, okay. So as you play, you learn a little bit more about what you need to do. And the goal pardon me, guys. Oh, hold on. I have got to take a cough break. Hold on. Okay, this time I finally went back to studio first and then back to the retro. You need to move straight away. Oh, you need to move straight away. Neil, what does that mean? That's not time to look. That's time to use. Gotcha. Yep, you're right. Time to use. Speed is key. That's what y'all are telling me. You got it. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get a little bit further along here. Audio's on. Yes, audio is on so that you can hear all the great commentary of the game. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's going here. So here, skip. Oh no! I think you got to just jump, not jump, move, which is different. That's a little bit different than what we're used to in some gameplay here. So here we go. Here, got to get the cheese. Oh, do I have to go right on? I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm almost at the top. I didn't run out of time, did I? Cheesy Trials. I'm already digging it. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, no. Oh, I was so close. Why did I even do that? All right. I do like that you get a chance to keep playing. It's not as if... I'm really starting to get a hang on this. All right, let's do this. All right, there we go. Room code, press fire. Here we go. Oh, and it's getting difficult. I think this is a really good game, guys. This is, oh, I'm not sure what I did there. It is very picky about whether you can jump or you just move. So I think it's just part of getting used to that. Look at the graphics. I really like the graphics. Oh, I'd say I just jumped. I didn't jump. I really appreciate that it's not like a game over thing. You just get to keep playing. Now I gotta get back down to there. Oh, interesting. There's just a specific way that you have to jump to do this. But it's the gameplay is very addictive, guys. This is, of all the games we've played today, and maybe because it's just got that modern sensibility to it, to gameplay, it is... Now, see, I got to figure that out. I'm not sure what's going on there. But this is... that timer does not have any wiggle room. Even if you've started a jump, you are done. So it's very specific. It's almost like that. It has to be like not Defender of the Crown. What was the the old Laserdisc game where the guy you had to get everything just right on the timing. Oh gosh. See, this is my mind today. I can't think. You all know what I'm talking about. The prince saves the princess and he runs through, and if you don't hit the thing just right, it's got kind of that feel to it. But I will say the game is very, very impressive. You think about it on a VIC-20. You also think what you could do on maybe a Commodore 64 with this game. But the real draw and appeal to this, though, and the quaintness is because it is on a VIC-20. This is fabulous. This one I'm coming back to. A lot of the games I'll play them once and we put them away. This one I want to come back and play more of. It does make me want to continue to play. So that is a really good game. Let's check out in chat and see. Dragon's Lair is it. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get you all caught up in chat here. Hey, Max popped in on us. Good evening. Is this the game we didn't see last week? Yes, it is, Max. This is the game we didn't get to last week. So thanks for popping in. And appreciate you being here. Neil says the timer is just enough to complete, no hesitating. Yeah, I got to look at it. It does look maddening, but it is fun. I really like it. I think it's great. I almost wish you kind of had a mobile version on the go for like Android or iPhone. It's really well done as far as it's just a good game, period. And whenever you have just a good game, period, it really doesn't matter what the form factor is or the computer. Discs of Tron. No, not Discs of Tron. I think it was a project for his college days, and he remade it for the VIC about 2 years ago. That's pretty impressive. Pretty cool. Yep, Dragon's Lair. We talked about that. Let me get caught up down here. Yeah, Dragon's Lair. You got to be on the. Yeah, I could not stand that game for that reason, and it was so. All you're doing is learning. Or you're not learning. All you're doing is having the game tell you what to do. That's really all that game was. So yeah. Next time you do VIC games, try Pulse. All right, Pulse is on the list. Now we won't be doing VIC games. We've done VIC games for 3 live streams now, but I am going to write it down. Pulse for the VIC-20. Pulse for VIC-20. I will take a look at it. Maybe we'll sneak it in or something. Now next week or the next live stream, again, probably in 2 weeks, what we'll do is we will be going back to the Mega 65 because we got some fun stuff to do on the Mega 65. We got to try out Jim's adapter. We got to try out the tank mouse. We're going to fire up a little GEOS probably. We've got a couple more things back here to unbox, so we got a lot to do. No game over, maybe because it wasn't made for consoles and arcade. That's probably, yeah. And I actually like it, though. I really appreciate that. Guy, sorry, off to Miami. I have a hunch that Fernando Alonso is winning this one. Hey, good to have you. Thanks for being here again. Mislav, again, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Good to have you on the wrench and taking care of the chat room along with Jamie. By the way, if you would like a wrench on your name, here's how that works. What you can do is if you want to come over, hold on, let me get rid of this. If you want to support the channel, so I just came up with this today. So if you come down here and you decide you want to support the channel at the Mega 65 level, you too can have a wrench. But hey, if you don't want that, you just want to support the channel and just say thank you, you can do $1 at the pet level. You can also come in at the $2 VIC-20, which is what we've been talking about today at that level. And you get access to the Discord where we just keep the conversation going beyond the chats. You'll get a chance to join that Discord and be a part. And just today, as a matter of fact, I posted a picture of kind of all the stuff that I've been working on in the studio, so you get some behind the scenes stuff. All of that is at buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs if you are interested in that. By the way, if you're interested in the shirt, I've had 3 of you, not you online, but I've had 3 folks decided they want a shirt and mugs. So you can get this if you just look down below at the video, by the video description, you'll see links where you can buy Logoed shirts. A lot of people, I'm hearing, they just want it because they love the Commodore joystick, and that's really why. So I've tried to keep retroCombs kind of small, not obtrusive, so it just looks like you're wearing a really cool Commodore joystick shirt. So I think that's kind of fun too, so you can do that. And then finally, what was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, the other way that if you want to find all the stuff that's available, just go to retrocombs.com/shop, and that's shipping worldwide, which was kind of fun too. So I have Spreadshop doing that, which is kind of cool. So that is it for today's live stream. Cutting it off a little bit early, which is good because I need to go upstairs, and we're going to grill a little something I haven't cooked in quite a while, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And I will probably next weekend be working on a prepared video. I have a couple of things in mind, something I want to do, so probably no live stream next Sunday. But if you want to check, if I do happen to do, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Stephen Combs. I should have gotten at retroCombs at some point, but this is my old legacy account. Also check the community tab. Sometimes I'll post there. If you really want to know, come into Discord, become a member and join the Discord, and you'll always know when those live streams. I always post there, but I always try and get it on Twitter too. So if you want a free way to kind of keep up, you can do that there too. So, all right. So I think that's it. Let me fire up the music. At least that worked. Is the mic still on? Yeah, and the mic's still on. So I will go back in. I'll make some corrections on all this. So the next time we do a live stream, I'm not cutting my audio off all the time. Let me check my notes, make sure I covered everything for the day that we wanted to do. I think we covered everything. So, excellent. If you have anything that you'd like to see during a live stream, much like you do in chat, make sure you put that in the Discord if you're a member. Also, don't forget producers and executive producers. You have a separate area in the Discord where you can ask for additional things or features or things that you want to see, and that's exclusive to you on the Discord too. So you can do that. And I believe that's it. So I'm going to pop into chat. We'll close up chat. We'll spend about 5 or 10 more minutes in chat. Let the music go. Answer that. But until next time, retroCombs out. See you guys next time. Thanks for joining. It was a blast. Sorry for the audio issues and sorry for the coughing. And hopefully by the next time, you won't have to put up with this weird sound. So good to see y'all. Thanks again. Appreciate each and every one of you every week. Chat with you later. Again, send me that feedback. Let me know what you thought about the streams and what you want to see in the future. Bye.